When you go to see a lawyer, what do you need to do? Well, you need to give that lawyer all of the facts. And if you don't, there can be some problems. That brings us to this week's case. It involves a woman going through a divorce with her husband. Went in, was represented by a lawyer, and the lawyer set up an agreement by which the property would be separated. And one of the important parts of the property was her husband's pension. Her husband had served in the U.S. Marine Corps and was receiving a pension, or going to be receiving a pension. And the divorce settlement provided that she would receive 20% of that pension when he received it. All right. Now, unfortunately, this woman did not tell her lawyer that her husband had various physical difficulties that he related to a service-connected disability, a service-connected injury. And, well, as time went on, that service-connected injury got worse and worse and worse, and husband, now ex-husband, applied for veterans benefits. And under the veterans benefits rules, when somebody is starting to receive veterans disability benefits, they don't get their full pension benefits, because what happens is for every dollar that someone receives in disability benefits, their pension is reduced by an equal number of dollars. Therefore, you get a large veterans benefit for disability, and that can very much reduce the pension that a serviceman would receive. Well, when that happened, wife said, wait, this is bad news, and I'll tell you what. And she made the argument saying, this is the deal. I get 20% of his pension. In this instance, he's not getting a pension, and his disability has been substituted for his pension. Therefore, I should get 20% of his disability payments. Well, the court, trial court, this is going on in Vermont, said, no, we don't quite see it that way. So she appealed it, went up to the Vermont Supreme Court. Vermont Supreme Court looked at this and they said, this is a bit of a problem. You make a very good argument, and different states have handled this in different ways by saying that, well, when this kind of thing happens, we'll give you other forms of compensation when you're an ex-spouse, which might come from other forms of community property or marital property, so that it'll make up for that loss of that pension. But in this instance, well, you know, we got to really look at the way this was put together. And the way it was put together, it provided that you would receive 20% of the pension. And that's what it provided. In this instance, he is still receiving a little bit of a pension, and, well, that's what you will get, 20% of a little bit of a pension, because that's the way the agreement was written. And that became the court order. So, what's the point of this case? What is the point of this case? It's pretty simple. And that is, when you go in to see a lawyer and you need some help, make sure that that person you're turning to for help understands everything that's going on in your case. And there might be something going on that you don't think is that important, that just seems really innocuous, but wow, it could become very important. And that's what this case demonstrates. The woman did not tell her lawyer that her husband was suffering these service-connected disabilities. She didn't know they were service-connected, but I'm sure he probably complained about various problems he was having that he connected to his time in the U.S. Marine Corps, and she did not bother to tell her lawyer, so her lawyer did not structure an agreement that took into account the fact that he might someday receive a service-connected disability. Well, we bring you this case as we bring you cases every week, so you understand the law, how to deal with the law, and how to make the law work for you. I'm David Allen.